After a 1-year hiatus on travel, I am back, and I will be taking you on a very special route. For this month's video, I will be flying on an internationally specialized flight called a Fifth Freedom Flight, in which a foreign airline is allowed to operate between 2 third-party countries. Today, I will be flying from New York's JFK Airport all the way to Frankfurt on none other than the world's best airline, Singapore Airlines. (9VSWR) was the registration of the 777-300ER that I would be calling home for the next 6.5 hours. Welcome on board. Adorned with subtle colors and mood lighting laid out in a 1-to-1 configuration, Singapore's business class cabin is both soothing and spacious. Here's tonight's seat, Suite 18K.
Good evening, welcome on board.
Now that we've been welcomed on board by the fantastic crew, let's begin the seat tour. You will notice that the bulk of the seat is comprised of a cross-stitched leather covering, featuring a large and plump headrest at the top. On the right side of the seat, you will find a storage cubby and reading light, with another cubby being located just below, offering both the provided water bottle and noise-canceling headphones. Here is also where you will find the IFE remote, which controls this massive touchscreen TV. To the right of the screen is another large storage unit with a small but necessary vanity mirror located just below. On the left privacy shell of the seat, you will find additional reading lights, which can be adjusted to a variety of different levels. And finally, you will find the extensive seat controls on the aisle armrest. If I had to point out just one flaw of this amazingly awesome seat, it would be the slightly constrained footroom.
Guys, they did come out pre-departure beverages, a tray full of orange juices, and they did actually offer me more drinks, so I'm a little bit gingered out.
Please give us your attention.
Following pre-departure service, the safety video was screened, playing Singapore Airlines' famously beautiful theme music. After takeoff, I was able to connect to the in-flight Wi-Fi, offered for free to every passenger, which I found to be an impressive touch by the airline. The flight attendants then made their way down the aisles, kicking off tonight's in-flight service. I went for their signature Singapore Sling, which is a combination of bubbly, liqueurs, and grenadine, making this the best cocktail I've ever had. The crew also considerately provided me with chips since I couldn't eat the warm nuts due to my allergy. Tonight's meal service was initiated with a refreshing smoked trout vegetable salad. The table set also included salt and pepper, a small bowl of butter, Singapore's soft garlic bread, and of course, a glass of champagne. The main course that followed was red wine braised beef, which featured a rich, flavorful sauce and was perfectly tender. Accompanying it also was a soft and spongy cornbread pudding. The crew then came down the aisle rolling the dessert cart. To conclude the impressive meal service, I had a fresh fruit plate and a decadent lemon graham cracker tart. After dinner, I took advantage of the provided amenities, which included a Penhaligon's leather pouch containing lip balm, facial mist, and hand cream, as well as a pair of slippers, which I happily changed into. At this point in the flight, I was getting sleepy, so the cabin crew offered to provide a turn-down service, converting my seat into the widest business class bed I've ever seen, allowing me to have no trouble falling asleep. Yes, I ordered ramen, and it was indeed the best decision of my life. I couldn't sleep for very long, so this was the best thing to have as a midnight snack. I then popped over to the lavatory, where even there, the crew took great care of me, cleaning the entire space before my use.
Make sure that the mirror is clean, spotless. Also, we spray the table sink top. And lastly, to freshen up.
The business class bathroom itself boasted a shelf of hand towels, some tissues, and a selection of Penhaligon's products, including a deliciously fragrant cologne which I used later on. Additionally, the restroom featured a very useful amenity drawer. When we finally made our way across the Atlantic, it was the morning, meaning breakfast was set to commence. Yep, more delicious food. My morning started off with bottomless mimosas, some coffee, and of course, more exquisite noodles, with this dish being a soy sauce chicken stir-fry in which I polished off. Then, as we entered Germany, we began our initial descent into Frankfurt. Overall, I can see why Singapore is the world's #1 airline. Not only were the crew and seats outstanding, but so were the small details, including their attention to my nut allergy, intricate touches such as providing coasters and water with every meal and snack, and the sheer cleanliness of the lavatories and the cabin as a whole. After this experience, I can confidently say that this was the best flight of my entire life. So, if you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you on my next trip.